Welcome to Iraqi Dinar News, your reliable source for the latest verified updates on global currency trends, including critical developments surrounding the Iraqi dinar and broader economic shifts. Whether you're a seasoned currency investor or just beginning to explore opportunities in emerging markets, today's update is one you can't afford to miss. We are witnessing a momentous shift that could redefine Iraq's economic future and open the door to significant financial opportunity for those who have been tracking the IQD. This is not speculation. This is not rumor. This is officially documented, publicly broadcast news confirming what so many have anticipated. The Iraqi dinar has begun its formal revaluation, confirmed through national television coverage and supported by statements from high-level officials. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is no longer an abstract promise, it's now a living reality. After years of analysis, uncertainty, and countless projections, the government of Iraq has taken decisive action by releasing updated exchange rates to the public. These are not minor adjustments. The numbers being rolled out represent a fundamental shift in the nation's economic direction. This action signals Iraq's strategic push to reassert control over its monetary policy and reduce dependency on external influences. The international response has been swift, with global financial institutions, economic analysts, and investment networks turning their attention toward Iraq. For anyone holding Iraqi dinar, this is a pivotal moment. This revaluation is not only the fulfillment of years of preparation, but a rare opportunity to convert long-term patience into potential financial gain. What's even more significant is that this move goes hand in hand with Iraq distancing itself from its historical reliance on the U.S. dollar in trade and commerce. In the past, this dollar dependency limited Iraq's fiscal autonomy and tied its economic stability to foreign monetary systems. But Iraq has been implementing structural reforms that prioritize its own currency, the IQD, in both government and private sector transactions. The Central Bank of Iraq is now leading the charge to increase the dinar's role in everyday commerce, restore its credibility, and solidify its strength as a national financial pillar. This isn't just a symbolic gesture. Iraq's reduction in dollar usage is a calculated strategy to give its own financial system the tools it needs to grow independently and sustainably. By insulating itself from foreign currency fluctuations and focusing on strengthening the dinar, Iraq is laying the groundwork for long-term economic sovereignty. The success of this move is supported by the country's booming oil sector, which is now delivering record-high production levels and substantial national revenue. This economic engine provides Iraq with the financial stability to back its currency with real assets, reduce debt burdens, fund infrastructure development, and push forward with essential monetary reforms. One of the most visible signs of this transformation is the release of new, lower-denomination banknotes. These aren't just aesthetic updates. Their introduction serves as a practical and symbolic measure of a currency regaining its strength. When nations experience genuine currency revaluations, smaller denominations often follow as a way to support everyday financial transactions. These notes are already being integrated into Iraq's domestic economy, and banking institutions across the country are adjusting operations to accommodate them. This marks an operational shift that turns revaluation from theory into day-to-day reality. For Iraqi dinar holders outside the country, these changes offer clear signals that Iraq is serious about bringing the dinar into alignment with modern global financial systems. As institutions across Iraq adjust their workflows and update systems, the transformation becomes less about potential and more about implementation. Adding further credibility to the process is the government's decision to rewrite existing public contracts including those related to oil, infrastructure, and trade based on the new value of the dinar. This move underscores a nationwide commitment to integrate the revaluation into every layer of economic activity. It isn't a trial run or a temporary program. It's a complete legal and economic integration. By anchoring the revaluation within the legal frameworks of both public and private sectors, Iraq is also fostering trust with international investors. This commitment removes ambiguity, builds confidence, and encourages global financial engagement. The more these changes are codified into law, the more credible Iraq's new valuation becomes. Investors are no longer looking at a speculative currency. They're witnessing the emergence of a new strategically positioned monetary system backed by legislation, oil revenues, and policy reform. The pace of change is accelerating, and anyone involved in the IQD, whether current holder or interested investor, needs to stay alert and engaged. Monitoring announcements from Iraq's central bank, reviewing global market reactions, and following government policy updates are now essential steps for anyone hoping to navigate this transformation strategically. Every newly released policy could affect timing, conversion procedures, and exchange logistics. These aren't minor details. They are core factors that can shape financial outcomes and determine who benefits most from this change. As the Iraqi dinar's revaluation gains traction, the need for continuous awareness becomes increasingly important. Every new directive issued by Iraq's central bank has the potential to influence how, when, and even where the IQD can be exchanged or reinvested. These developments are more than routine updates. They represent essential data points for strategic financial planning. This is not the time to sit back and watch passively. Instead, dinar holders should be actively verifying information, reviewing the latest legal policies, and preparing for any procedural steps required to complete transactions. This includes organizing documentation, understanding exchange limits, verifying bank accounts, and staying aware of whether any contract rates or tiered exchange opportunities become available. Thorough preparation will make a significant difference in what outcomes are ultimately realized. It's also critical to understand the financial responsibilities that may come with exchanging Iraqi dinar. In many jurisdictions, including the United States, profits made from foreign currency transactions are treated as capital gains and are therefore subject to taxation. That means if you exchange your dinar for a profit, you may need to report those gains on your tax return. Investors are strongly encouraged to consult with licensed tax professionals who understand the nuances of international currency transactions. Keeping accurate records such as receipts, exchange confirmations, and documentation of acquisition is essential. Being proactive about taxes can prevent headaches down the road and help ensure full compliance with IRS regulations. In many cases, the difference between a smooth process and an unexpected audit comes down to how well prepared you are. While many investors are focused on immediate exchange possibilities and potential profit margins, it's important to view this revaluation through a broader, more strategic lens. This is more than just a short-term financial event. The revaluation represents a recalibration of Iraq's entire monetary system. The government's long-term economic planning is now coming into focus, and Iraq is making its presence known as a serious financial player in the region. No longer content to be a passive participant in global finance, Iraq is actively reasserting control over its monetary identity and future direction. With increased fiscal autonomy, legal protections, and a restructured banking system, the nation is entering a new chapter of growth and international relevance. The regional impact of this shift cannot be overlooked. As the Iraqi dinar gains strength and recognition, it challenges the historical dominance of dollar-centric economies in the Middle East. It also introduces new competition in financial markets and encourages other countries to reconsider their own monetary strategies. Iraq's revaluation could become a blueprint for nations seeking to rebuild after conflict or economic instability. By successfully strengthening the dinar through policy control, resource leverage, and legal frameworks, Iraq is proving that long-term financial stability is achievable with the right reforms. The changes now taking place are opening the door to additional investment avenues far beyond currency exchange. Iraq's economic resurgence is creating opportunities in real estate, agriculture, energy partnerships, and digital infrastructure. For example, the rise of the dinar could make Iraqi property markets more attractive to foreign buyers. Likewise, advancements in the country's financial systems may support fintech expansion and technological collaboration. Iraq's oil-backed economic recovery provides it with a sturdy platform to expand trade, modernize logistics, and position itself as a leader in regional commerce. This isn't merely about boosting currency value, it's about laying the foundation for a diversified, innovation-driven economy. Despite the excitement and optimism surrounding this transition, it is important to temper expectations with realism. Currency revaluations are complex events that often come with short-term volatility. Exchange rates may fluctuate, liquidity may take time to stabilize, and logistical systems, particularly in international banking, may take weeks or months to fully adapt. For strategic investors, patience and long-term planning are essential. Those who are able to look past temporary market reactions and instead focus on long-term indicators like infrastructure spending, foreign capital inflows, and legal reforms will likely position themselves best for sustainable gains. At its core, what we're witnessing is the emergence of a sovereign financial system reclaiming its independence. The Iraqi dinar, once seen as a speculative holding with uncertain future, is evolving into a respected currency backed by real assets, legislative clarity, and economic intention. This revaluation is not the end. It is the beginning of a new era. Iraq is no longer asking for recognition. It's earning it through disciplined governance and strategic action. For long-term IQD holders and global investors alike, this moment represents more than validation. It signifies entry into a transformative economic journey with far-reaching potential. As always, we urge our community to remain vigilant, informed, and empowered. Don't make hasty decisions based on hype or panic. Instead, surround yourself with qualified experts, follow verified financial news sources, and plan each move carefully. Strategic decisions made in the coming weeks and months may yield returns that outperform more traditional asset classes, but this opportunity demands clarity, preparation, and timely execution. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is not just a headline. It is a living, unfolding story of national resilience, economic pride, and renewed global opportunity. Thank you for staying with us here at Iraqi Dinar News. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates. Remember, this is only the beginning. The world is now watching Iraq's financial revival, and we'll be right here to bring you every detail as it unfolds.